Hello and welcome to Hot Dog and a Handshake Classic Review Series. I am Shane Price, joined by Jayden Ginswater here for CZW Cage of Death 12.
11.
The 11, my bad. I'm reading it wrong. I made the wrong one again. My God. Okay, 1 second. Cage of Death
You
11.
watched the right one, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I'll
Here
just fill in the
with.
details while you pull that up here.
I got it.
December 12th, 09. Attendance not reported at the arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
If I had to guess, I would say just under 2.
Under 2,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. Salamander Jones and Jake Black on the commentary, and went for about 3 hours and 7 minutes. So
that is the CZW classic of Salamander Jones on commentary.
And why are we reviewing this show? Well, just a little over a week ago, about 2 weeks ago when this gets released, I think, Sami Callihan retired at TNA Emergence, I believe was the name of the show.
I think so.
We were going to do a CZW show here anyway, and we ended up changing it to a different one to honor Sami Callihan.
But I think we're going to do this for the 2300 Arena, and we still got a show at 2300 Arena.
Is that what the arena is? That's 2300?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was under that name. Do you want to just put in perspective kind of who Sami Callihan is? I know his match is at the end, but just real quick, kind of what he meant to wrestling, why him retiring matters so much, just kind of who he was.
One of the first guys post John Moxley to get a big time deal with WWE wrestling the way he does. It didn't work out there, obviously, but he kept it going in the TNA for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And did not change his style to fit the TNA. TNA worked with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so just kind of a big name deathmatch wise in America for a long time.
Yeah.
So you want to get into the matches here?
Yes, let's get into it. We got. Well, let's talk about a dark match I could not find begrudgingly. Mm-hmm. I know it aired. I know it did. Tyler Veritas took on Adam Cole for the CZW Wired TV title.
Yeah, and this was the inaugural champion being crowned.
Which is why I know it aired.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is...
why wouldn't they air the tournament? Yeah.
Yeah. It would just be on CZW Wired. Which I don't think we're going to
doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some lost media, CZW Wired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, so that sucks to miss an Adam Cole match, of course. I am a huge Adam Cole fan. So, but we can get into the main card here.
Rest of the card looks pretty good, even though I still wish I counted the 20, but it's whatever. First match is a Ultraviolet Underground title match with a no barbed wire match between the champion Thumbtack Jack and topical Dewey Donovan with leading Nick Gage to the ring.
Yes, because Nick Gage just returned at GCW.
Yes, funny enough, Dewey Donovan's called the Dew in this match.
Yeah, GCW kind of has filled and elevated the space that CZW used to hold.
Well,
and then
partially
CZW...
because CZW, all those guys in GCW came from CZW.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of the exodus there. So, but and then CZW was kind of holding down the position the ECW once held, just not as big of a deal. Yeah. So that's kind of the through line here. So yeah, I wrote the ring mat has scars in this company.
Because the
first time you see go ahead.
Call me crazy. I swear to God, you will see Brett Lauderdale on the show. He's one of the refs. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I think you do. I think they mentioned him by name at one point on commentary that he was the ref.
Let's go on.
So I was saying, I wrote even the ring mat has scars in this company because when you see the ring, there's like duct tape and shit on it.
Yep. Yep.
And then just something I noticed: Jake Black is the play-by-play guy here, and Salamander Jones is the color commentary. And Jake Black has some Mike Tenay to him, like just kind of in the way he calls. You can tell he drew a lot of inspiration from Mike Tenay.
I think that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said about Jake Black.
I can just kind of feel it in some of the ways he called moves and stuff. There was something to him that really gave me some Mike Tenay vibes.
I don't know if they were always the commentators, but the commentators at CZW are best known for just yelling someone call 911.
Yeah,
So I don't know if it's these guys or not, but
that feels like some Joey Styles. That feels like some.
it was definitely inspired by Joey Styles for sure.
Yeah. My next note is just Thumbtack Jack's Thumbtack Sack. I just wrote that down because I thought it sounded funny.
Yeah, understandable.
And I really liked in this match there was a spot with like a bunch of cinder blocks that I thought was some really good cinder block spots in here. There was some great deathmatch spots overall. I thought it built well, but some of the wrestling in between the deathmatch spots was clunky. Ultimately, I gave this 3 3/4.
Okay, I get that. I gave it 3 3/4 as well. I think it was a good showcase of the two. I just think that we've seen the better of these two.
Mm-hmm. Somebody coming through your ceiling again?
No, I smell bacon.
What is good? What do you live in like the Roger Rabbit universe? Why are all these weird sounds and smells around you?
Well, I think it's just the upstairs neighbors are a lot more active this time of night than all the ones were.
Oh, okay.
But anyways,
just for anyone listening, we're recording this at 11:30 p.m.
Yep. I mean, but anyways, the next match is Nate Hatred, formerly of the Hate Club, best known for being in that one Zandig promo. Him and Nick Gage used to team up. I think it might be related, but he's taking on current owner of CZW, DJ Hyde.
Yep. Now, does he still own CZW to this day, or has he gotten out?
He does.
Okay.
Which owning current CZW is not a thing I would really brag about. But,
Oh yeah, no.
But he owns it.
He might as well be. It's like him and Al Snow and fucking Billy, the Smashing Pumpkins guy. What's his name? I'm forgetting his last name.
Billy Corgan,
the NWA owner, Billy Corgan. Yes, they are like the three, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost of owning companies that used to matter that don't matter at all now.
Yeah. Plus, DJ Hyde is DJ Hyde and is pretty known for being a creep.
Oh, of course he is.
So
here's your. So you mean what you mean is that it's time for your weekly separate the art from the artist talk.
Sure is.
So just remember, everybody, we are watching these shows for the matches and the wrestling themselves. We do not. If we talk highly of the match, it is not us talking highly of the people involved. It is just saying that they went out there and put on a good performance.
Yeah.
This started with an immediate brawl through the crowd because the ring wasn't set up yet, because the last match was like a barbed wire rope situation. They go through the bleachers. There's an off the bleachers through the table spot. I don't know if you saw this, but there's like a bunch of posters on the wall, and one of them is clearly Mitsuharu Misawa. They're obviously all wrestling posters, but they didn't really get it. Obviously, it's 09 indie camera quality, and they didn't get really close enough for me to see all of them. But there was one that was clearly Misawa.
Let me be real. Misawa did not ever show up at CZW. I know it's hard to believe.
Yeah. They brawl into the bathroom And then they get into the actual match. There's a run in from baby Joe Gacy.
This little child.
Yeah. Oh, no, I thought it was a fun brawl overall. What'd you think?
Yeah, overall it was a pretty solid SmackDown type style. I guess not that SmackDown, but you know what I mean.
It was a creative way to get the ring set back up and keep the action going.
Yeah.
It was a really, just from a like show logistics standpoint, it was a very creative and cool thing to do. What'd you star rate it?
I gave this one a 3.
I also gave it a 3.
Yes. I also a Cage Match review says that this might have been the first time in the 2300 history that certain parts of the arena were used for a match, which is crazy to think.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I don't think Sandman and Tommy Dreamer were brawling into the bathroom.
For a match, probably not, but
Yeah.
the next match
tag contenders match, right?
Next match is getting more into the normal stuff of CZW. We got a 4-way tag match between Azriel and Bandito Jr., better known as WWE referee Eddie Orengo.
Yeah, the first of 2 future WWE referees on this card that I know of, at least.
And then we get Team Maction, which is Kirby Mac and TJ Mac.
Yeah. Kind of disappointed this has nothing to do with the MAC conference.
I know.
Football for college football, but is what it is.
There's a K in their name, so it's not.
Yeah.
They're not
legally distinct.
Legally distinct from the Maction.
Yeah.
Then the Naptown Dragons of Scotty Vortex and XOMGX.
What a 2009 name. Holy fucking shit. XOMGX.
Joined in the stable by Die Hard or Dustin Lee. And Emmanuel we'll talk about a little bit later.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, probably the most recognizable team. Yeah.
Blackout with Ruckus and Black G's.
Yeah. Black G's wrestling as Sabian at this time?
Yes.
For some reason.
I don't know why. He was, I want to say he was the Black G's before this. Actually, he wasn't.
He was.
He wasn't.
He wasn't? He was Sabian the whole time?
I guess so.
And then becomes Black G's.
Black G's in 2010.
Okay.
But I think it was like a nickname, not a ring name at this point.
Okay. The middle rope falls off in this match. So the ring crew, I think the ring crew ends up just replacing it with the bottom rope and taking the middle rope off. So they just took off the middle and put the bottom to middle. But the wrestlers did a great job working around that. But it did kind of make it drag. Like, they did a great job for what they were given, but it did still kind of drag when the rope situation happens.
Yeah.
Because it's also like right in the middle of the match. Like it's not in the beginning where they're building up and accelerating, and it's not at the end where they're hitting the peak and, it's all coming together. I think it probably would have been worse at the peak, but still, like, it's right in the middle where they're doing a bunch of fun spots in and out, and then it kind of falls apart and messes up the whole flow. What did you star rate this one?
I gave it another 3.5.
I gave it 3.25, so I'm just a quarter star behind you.
It's fair. It's understandable. We got our next match is for the junior heavyweight title. We have Drew Blood, the champion, which is a perfect name for CZW because it's probably what's going to happen to you in your matches.
It's an incredible name for someone in a deathmatch promotion, yeah.
And Greg Excellent.
Yeah, there's no way this fucker is a junior. Greg Excellent. That dude weighs 300 pounds.
He is now. He weighs 185 now. Good for him. At the time, no.
In 2009, that guy weighed 300 pounds. That was, I don't know.
I
But this
like
was just a bad match overall.
they renamed it the honorary CCW Junior Heavyweight Championship in 2014, and the final champion, Greg Excellent.
Of course it was.
Greg actually wins this match too.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I thought it was a bad match. The fans were obviously behind. They were obviously behind Greg Excellent and obviously enjoyed him and were happy that he won. But I don't know. I didn't think it was very good. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was pretty mid.
Yeah. What'd you start?
I gave it a 2.5, 2 3/4.
I gave it 2, so I'm a bit lower than you were, but yeah.
We got the next match, which is hopefully better in your opinion, knowing the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
We got B-Boy, we got Eddie Kingston, we got John Moxley, and we got Egotistico Fantastico.
Yes, Robert Ego Anthony, for those who don't know. B-Boy was over like Rover, dude. They loved B-Boy. And then, of course, just a young Eddie, young Moxley. Interesting to see. And like a tiny Moxley, too.
Yeah, he's definitely
like,
not the Moxley we know.
Yeah, he definitely put on more muscle in AEW than he ever had in WWE, but like he was even smaller than Dean Ambrose at this point. In 09. He really was. So yeah, this is a tiny little Moxley. This was a solid match. I had a good time with this one.
I did too. Everybody who's in it is pretty well wrestler in terms of a wrestler. 4 of the better wrestlers in the company, throw them in there and let them fight. Always going to be pretty good. I gave it 3 3/4.
I gave it 3.5, so I'm right there with you. The only guy here I wasn't familiar with was B-Boy, but I was impressed by him. I thought he was pretty good.
He was an indie guy from this time period, obviously.
Yeah, obviously people loved him. So,
well, yeah, I would hope so. However, he was.
Yeah.
Then you got the title match for the tag titles. CZW's tag team titles are held by The Best Around, whose theme song
nothing's ever going to take him down.
is "You're the Best" by Joe Esposito. Bruce Maxwell and TJ Cannon is that tag team. They're being led out with Robbie Moreno, who used to be in Blackout.
Did he?
Yeah, he used, when they were a faction, he was a part of it.
What a coincidence.
Because the other team is Blackout.
Yes,
Ruckus and Black Keys.
They won that match earlier in the night, the 4-way tag. I thought this was a solid wrestling match, and they got a fun bit of hardcore in there. I thought it was pretty good. I like this match.
I liked it too. I thought that Robbie Moreno didn't take away from it either, which I liked. I gave it 3.
I went 3.25.
We're roughly the same there. Okay. Then we have our weekly separate the art from the artist one more time.
Yep, a reminder here from earlier.
Devon Moore, who is not the reason why we're doing this, former wrestler trained by John Cronus.
Hey, there you go.
If that means anything to you, it should.
It should.
He'll take on future WWE referee trained by Ian Rotten and Loki. That makes so much fucking sense. That makes so much sense. Drake Younger. Yeah.
Yep, CZW champion. And unfortunately put on a pretty good match here.
Yeah,
they had a good match. I enjoyed watching it.
Pretty solid wrestler, given everything else about him.
Mm-hmm.
What did you give this?
So I gave it 3.5.
Okay, I gave it 3.5 as well.
And then a really confusing thing happens after this. DJ Hyde announces that B-Boy is going to get a title shot at the next show, even though he just lost the contenders match.
It's okay. It's all right.
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but why not just have him win the contenders match?
You don't know how the mystical mind of DJ Hyde.
Yeah, obviously not. Because, like, why have Moxley win the contender match if you're just gonna give B-Boy a title shot anyway? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. But we can get on to the main event here.
Yeah, the main event is the Cage of Death, Sami Callihan, Danny Havoc in a Cage of Death.
Yeah, just absolute insanity from start to finish.
Yes, especially the finish.
Yeah.
When
you want to go over the finish?
Yeah, when a man with no boots and scarily never wore boots, the Necro Butcher makes his CZW return. That kind of freaks me out. I wasn't ready for Necro to be in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time we reviewed a show where Necro Butcher randomly shows up at the end, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I know.
Yeah, what else? I mean, like you said, this was a Cage of Death.
Glass, chair shots.
Yeah.
The cage.
The cage itself, barbed wire, I believe.
Quite a bit of everything in pretty much everything.
Yeah, I want to see what people liked here.
The Cage of Death, I think if we went more in depth into 2009 CZW, we'd understand it more because the Cage of Death is used to bury. It's like Texas Death.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't just barbed wire. It was electric barbed wire. I forgot about that part.
Yeah, so that's big deal.
That was insane. There was the pile driver on the glass. That was awesome. I loved that. As a pile driver enjoyer.
Leave it to CZW to do some crazy fucked up shit with pile driver.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. I gave it 4 1/4.
I gave it 5.
Oh, you gave it a full 5?
I mean,
that's the Shane deathmatch inflation there.
It's more
if it's the death match, take my score and inflate it a little bit, and you'll get to Shane's. Add 3/4 of a star to a star, and you'll get to Shane's rating.
Yeah, pretty much.
You want to go categories?
Yeah. So spot is best moment first.
Yeah, it's the pile driver on the glass for me.
I'd agree.
I thought the cinder block spot in the opener was really good too, but it was the glass pile driver. Best performance. MVP of the night.
I want to give it to Danny Havoc, even though he lost.
Yeah, they were both really good. I have a hard time picking between the two of them. I'm going to go with Sami just because we're doing this show for his retirement, and that'll push me over the edge because they were pretty even for me. They both did very, very well.
Yeah.
Heat check, best performance in a short amount of screen time. This goes to the Do for sure. Just a wacky maniac.
Yeah, Dewey Donovan's always been that guy who, if he's ever on a show, he's probably going to win heat check.
Yeah. Gear of the night, pretty basic gear because it is an indie show. I'm going with Egotistico Fantastico.
That's understandable. I'll agree.
Yeah. Apex Mountain. This is more of a question for you this time. Is this the Apex for anybody?
I guess
the Apex for Drake Younger.
I guess Thumbtack Jack because he retires the next year because of injury.
Oh, does he? He was going pretty good here. I liked him quite a bit, actually. I did really like him. Is this the Apex for Drake Younger?
I guess, unless you consider WWE.
Yeah, refereeing in WWE, maybe. I don't know. Is this the Apex for the Cage of Death stipulation? Is this the best Cage of Death in your mind?
No.
Which one is your favorite? Which one?
There is a couple outside this one I really like. I think the Ring of Honor one's pretty good.
Okay. We're kind of venturing into double feature territory here, but we can continue.
Yeah.
Bring those up. Find the ones you like. We'll talk about them in double feature.
Okay.
Surprise of the show was the Necro Butcher, easily.
Yes. There's no other option.
Yeah. I guess Heat Check also could have gone to Misaharu Masawa.
Technically, I guess. Great point. Yeah.
Recasting. If you were to take this Cage of Death, who would you recast as Callihan and as Danny Havoc right now?
I feel like if we did a deep dive into 2009 CW, we'd be able to do it easier. That being said, we saw Mance Warner and FE kind of do it, but I wouldn't say that was the idea. They've already done it.
I mean, Mance Warner would be a good half of the.
I'd say Mance Warner would be our Danny Havoc.
Mm-hmm.
And then our Sami Callihan, thinking of like younger in the scene, maybe like a Mr. Danger.
Yeah, or like, yeah, I don't know. Would Bear Bronson maybe be a good comp?
I can see Bear Bronson, yeah.
Or is he too early in the deathmatch scene right now?
He's too early, but he's already kind of making it to the top.
Yeah. Best double feature. What Cage of Deaths did you find that you would double feature?
The 2006 Cage of Death in Ring of Honor from the show Death Force Honor 4. It just got put on YouTube for free.
Mm-hmm.
Or
is that in conjunction with CZW?
Yeah, it's Team CZW versus Team Ring of Honor.
Okay, who are on the teams?
We got on Team CZW, it's Chris Hero, Claudio, Eddie Kingston, Nick Webb, and Necro Butcher.
Okay.
And then Team Ring of Honor is Ace Steel, Adam Pearce, BJ Whitmer, Brian Danielson, Homicide, and Samoa Joe.
Okay, that's pretty fucking.
So you can tell that's just good by itself.
Yeah.
And then it did the 2003 Cage of Death.
Yeah.
Which has Adam Flash, B-Boy, Johnny Cashmere, Nick Hatred, The Messiah, and Trent Acid versus Ian Knox, Lobo, Nick Gage, Wife Beater, Zandig, and motherfucking New Jack.
Nice.
So those are the two that I would really recommend people watch.
Are there any other Sami Callihan matches that you like that you would want to shout out here?
There's a couple. He has some good stuff in TNA, obviously. I really like his stuff with PCO was good. I think
I'm about to say he did some fucked up shit with PCO.
He definitely did some fucked up with PCO.
Especially for TNA standards.
He caught the tail end of Abyss, I think. Oh. Let me see here. Pentagon, Hair versus Mask.
Yeah, that's got a high cage match rating I'm seeing here. He has a match with Mike Bailey that has an 8.83 on Cage Match.
I'm on the same Cage Match page. I just noticed the words Finlay versus Sami Callihan.
Damn, in Evolve? That's crazy.
Bad Bones and Daisuke Sakamoto versus Walter.
Yeah, that's the match I'm looking at right now too.
Fat Walter versus Daisuke Sakamoto.
That probably fucking rules.
It has to.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else here.
Any Jeremiah Crane match from Lucha Underground.
Is he Jeremiah Crane? Is that his?
Yes, that's his.
That was his Lucha Underground persona. Okay. It looks like he had a match this year with. I'm gonna say he had a match this year with Mance Warner. It was a barbed wire massacre match on
that's
TNA.
good.
That has a high rating.
That's good.
Yeah.
More specifically, I guess Aztec Warfare 3. He doesn't win it, but it's Aztec Warfare is always fun.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything from this? I don't think anything from this makes the Criterion Collection.
No.
We can move
the
on.
Arena.
Yeah, the 23. Do you want to put?
It's up to you.
I don't know. That seems too out of the scope of what the Criterion Collection should be about. Classic Hot Dog, Classic Handshake. What gets the Classic Handshake for this?
If not the Cage of Death, I'm going to give it to the first match, I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm giving mine to as well. That's getting the Classic Hot Dog as well. Thumbtack Jack versus Nick Gage. Of course, the rule is that we can't pick the Cage of Death because that's what we picked the show for. So For anybody wondering, we cannot pick that. So Thumbtack Jack and Nick Gage get both, and rate it out of 10 for me.
I'm gonna give it a. I think we always give it a 7.5. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 again.
7.5. Okay, I gave it a 6. That's probably just the difference in our personal wrestling biases. Just what we like. You lean more deathmatch, so yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6. You give it a 7.5. Anything else, or do you want to take us out?
That's all we have for this week. Stay tuned for next week. We're gonna go to classic Ring of Honor, but other than that, just enjoy wrestling.
Yeah, will be ROH Redemption 05 specifically.
Oh,